Okay, this is the Harbor Subdivision looking towards Inglewood. I'm gonna face the camera the other direction so we can see how the view is. Okay, we're facing towards Vernon. So the tracks go towards Vernon at this direction. All right, so we're here at the Harbor Subdivision on Slauson Street. So the tracks are still here. The rocks, the wood, everything here is still here. Except the crossing. They took off the crossing, but it used to be right here. But it's no longer here, but the tracks are still here. This is on the, this right here is on this side only. So let's continue. All right, so our next crossing is Alameda and Slauson. Slauson and Alameda is our next crossing, okay guys? It's so amazing that it's still here, the Harbor Subdivision. All right, so we're here, Alameda Street, right here. This is Slauson and Alameda Street. I remember this crossing with a crossing gate, but some bells are missing, as you can tell in the photo, and the crossing gates have been taken off. But this crossing is missing a lot. The tracks are still there, which is surprising, but the crossing is different. Okay, our next crossing will be Santa Fe and Slauson. So most of this stuff is still here on this side of town. So on the south central part, there is still some left. But once we get to Inglewood, it's gonna be nothing. Hopefully we can find something, but we'll check. Santa Fe. There's be a crossing right here too. Everything looks the same, but they took off the crossing. You can actually see where the crossing was. It was right here. So that's where the crossing was. The tracks are still here. That's pretty good. But I see something up ahead. They took off some piece of rail off. So let's double check. Let's go see what it is. This was never like this. They took off some train tracks off. It was never like that. Yeah, so they took off some train tracks on this side. They don't want any trains coming over here. But if these tracks were still here, trains could have came through this side, but it's gone. And he actually put a derailleur right here. Let's see if he actually locked it. Yeah, they locked it. So any train that comes down here is gonna derail. Let's get closer to the switcher before we hit the other side of the yard. Everything in this photo looks the same. I do remember it just like this. Slauson and Santa Fe, okay? Slauson and Santa Fe, guys. This is Slauson and Santa Fe. Everything in this crossing is different. There used to be a tall crossing gate, the bells, everything was working here. But they took it off and everything's just destroyed. So it's no longer here. So basically, the tracks are still here. I'm looking at this crossing and I think the bell's missing. But if you look inside these components, they took everything out. This right here is the only crossing with the gate on. Let's go see what's around this turn. We're not that far from the Malabar yard, a train yard. So let's go see. All right, so let's go see what's over here. Let's see what this crossing is. So this is the turn that they use. So this turn right here turns all the way into the Malabar yard. And a lot of trains will use it. The crossing gate's still here. And the tracks are still there. So I'm gonna have to go all the way around to go see if the tracks are still there. Oh, wow. The street is actually called Malabar. That's funny because the yard is called Malabar Yard too. We're not that far. There goes the city of Vernon. There goes the crossing on the sign. And there is crossing. There goes the crossing bells. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so we're back on Malabar Boulevard. All right. Okay. 55th Street and Malabar. Okay. Oh, here it is. So this one still has the crossing on it. All right. There goes the tracks. Everything is different now. Like, they don't want trains going past the yard no more. They took off train tracks from this side and from the other side. And they also took off the crossing. Some bells are missing. So no train can pass this sign. That sign was never there. The line was fully active all the way to Crenshaw. But they've been shortening it. And now they don't want trains going past the yard. It's weird to see this, but this is what it's come to. So at this point, it's the Malabar yard. So no trains can pass it no more. But everything is missing. Anything past the yard is not abandoned. So they do switching here with the cars. As you can tell, there's some oil tank cars on the tracks. So they come here and switch and take away cars. So this yard is not abandoned. But anything past that red sign right there, a train cannot go past that. So that goes to Slauson, where we were just at, and it goes to Inglewood in LAX. But this right here is not abandoned. They do some switching here, and I hope we can catch a train, but if we don't catch a train, we don't catch one. It still has the gates and everything. But yeah, this is called the Harbor Subdivision line. Steam trains will pass through here, double stackers, and freight service. This was a very historical line, and now it's abandoned and gone. So let's continue. So like I said before, this is not abandoned. They do yard switching here from time to time. So that's why I didn't go in, because I didn't want to trespass. So this is not abandoned. Anything past the yard is active. right, we're approaching Vernon. Vernon turns into Pacific. So, just letting you guys know. All right, here's the Malabar yard right here. And here's where the 105. So this is where the 105 ends too, by the way, guys. So the 105 ends here. So don't worry about it. So this yard is called the Malabar yard. They do switching from time to time, and they go to Los Angeles, and then they come back to drop them off. Huntington Park. We're in Huntington Park and we're approaching Slauson. We're gonna head over to Slauson in Normandy and then curve down towards Inglewood, okay? Here we are, we're gonna pass it again, the Harbor Subdivision, we're gonna pass it right here. I might take the bus, or I might not. Hey guys, welcome back. So in South Central, there is no more train tracks on the crossings at all. It is going to be converted into a new bike path, which will be opening up next year. Only 3 crossings have train tracks on the concrete floor, but that's pretty much it. And this is going to be very exciting once the bike path opens. So this right here is a Harbor Subdivision. They're making it into a bike path, but it looks so different because there's no train tracks. So we're gonna go down all the way to the K line. So once we meet up with the K line, then we're there. But it's becoming a bike path. It looks so different. Like the tracks are not here no more. This right here is gonna be the bike path crossing. As you can tell, everything's new on it. I'm trying to figure out where it's at. Let's see. I'm gonna cross over here. Oh, it's right here. I found it. Oh, it's right here. The Harbor Subdivision's right here. So I was following the Harbor Subdivision, but I wasn't. Oh wow. Let's see from there. Wow, look at this. This is the new construction site for the new bike path that will be opening up next year. So right here is where the crossing where I've been at. And the train tracks, this is going towards Slauson. We just came from there. And then this side is where the K line is over here. So the K line is down there a little bit. We're almost there. But the K line curves and takes the rest of the Harbor Subdivision up there near Crenshaw Boulevard. But this looks really different. It's super amazing to see this. So this right here is a bike path that's gonna open next year, hopefully. And they're almost done with it. This is really cool, guys. A bike path from the blue line all the way down to the K line. This is really awesome to see. So let's follow it all the way up to the K line. This right here is going to become a bike path real soon. It's amazing to me how it used to be a railroad and now it's a bike path. So the original plan for the K line is kind of sad. And I'll tell you the full story once I get back to my house. But it's looking really nice. Wow. So now we're gonna curve away from the K line, and this should be Crenshaw Boulevard, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, I can't believe that. It's a bike path now, guys. No, this is not Crenshaw, this is 8th Street. Wow, you went on red. So this is 8th Street, guys, not Crenshaw. Same thing over here. I remember a crossing gate and some bells here. and some train tracks right here too. It's gone. All right, we're gonna go to this next street. This street is 67th Street. All right, let's go. Yeah, 67th Street. I can see the K line from that view over there. So we're close. There was a railroad crossing sign here, but I think they took it off. But on the other side near LAX, there's still train tracks over there and some stuff. Once we get down there, I'll show you guys. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what the next street is, but we'll find out right now. All right, there goes the Harbor Subdivision to the right. Okay, this might be Crenshaw. This has to be. Yeah, this might be Crenshaw, guys. Hold on. This might be it. This is 11th Street. What's the next street? Oh, right here. There's train tracks right here. No way. So the tracks are still here. Yep, that's Crenshaw. Okay. So the tracks are still here. Awesome. All right, take some pictures, guys. So I have approached Crenshaw Boulevard near the K line, and the tracks are still here. So check this out, guys. So right here is the end of the line for the bike path, but there's still tracks on the floor. So let's look at before and after photos. In this photo, you can see that the tracks went all the way through and the crossing was still there. If you go today, this is what remains of the Harbor Subdivision. The train tracks are still there, but the crossing is gone. If we turn the other direction, we can see that the train tracks are still there, but we have some new equipment that will be going along with the bike path. Here is what it used to look like before the construction of the bike path happened. You can see that the crossing gate was still there and everything remained. But today, everything is missing, but the tracks are still there and you can clearly see them when approaching the crossing. I try to put my camera in a little closer for you guys to see, but the tracks are underneath the grass that has grown over the rails. So this is what remains if you go on Crenshaw Boulevard. So before the K line even came out from the tunnel, this is how Crenshaw Boulevard crossing used to look like. Here's a little special photo of a train heading down to LAX. So you see that brick wall right there? The K line goes underneath and takes the rest of the Harbor Subdivision. So let's go hop on the K line and take it to the very last stop, Westchester Veteran Station. Before the K line even went through here, this is a before photo. As you can tell, it was only a single track that went through here. Now, Fairview Heights Station takes over this location and the K line runs and provides service for this neighborhood. It looks completely different than the before photo. We were just on Crenshaw Boulevard, a little bit down the track right here, but facing the other direction, it looks completely different. And here's how the same location looks like when the K line came in. It's kind of sad that it's gone, but it had to go.
The K line train to Westchester veterans is now arriving. Please step back and allow customers to exit the train. Bikes, strollers, and luggage should enter through doors marked with yellow decals. And for everyone's safety and to keep service on time. For Inglewood City Hall and Courthouse. Connect here with SoFi Stadium Game Day Show, Metro Micro, and other Metro buses.
Thank you for riding Metro.
Please stand clear. The doors are closing. Welcome aboard the Metro K line. This train's final destination is Westchester Veterans Station. Thanks for going Metro. Eating, drinking, and smoking at Metro trains or stations is not allowed. This is your system, so please help us keep it clean. The next stop is Westchester Veterans Station at Florence and Hendry. This is as far as this train goes. Connect here with the C&K line link, free service, and Metro Micro.
Okay, let's go, guys. So I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek of the new LAX Airport Metro Center station and a sneak peek of the People's Movers. So let's go. We might catch a few airplanes on the way. Let me see, is this a crossing right here? I don't think it is. Oh no, it's a parking lot, never mind. So right now the K line goes from Expo Crenshaw to Westchester Veteran Station right now. Whoa! That's a nice airplane. I might do some airplane shots here, guys. This is amazing. So in the future, the K line is gonna end up Redondo Beach. It's gonna be weird because the K line's gonna go from Expo Crenshaw to Redondo Beach. So the green line won't go to Redondo Beach in the future. And there is a lot of hate comments about that already, as it is, because you have to transfer now at this new station that they're building. But that's in a later video that I'm going to explain to you guys. But here is the LAX Airport Metro Center station. My goodness. There it is. Yes, this is the Harbor Subdivision. Wow, look at this. This is incredible. So this is where the green line's gonna end in the future. The green line's gonna end right here. Welcome to the sneak peek of the new LAX Airport Metro Center station. This station is scheduled to open this Thanksgiving and train testing will happen on September. I do have an audio recording so you guys can hear what the construction workers were telling me when taking these photos. But this station is super massive and the Metro Green Line and K Line will be here once the station opens. So let me play the audio for you guys and I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. Here's the audio.
November, September the testing, November the opening.
Look at the new station. It's the People's Movers. Damn, look at this, man. It's incredible. Dude. Look at this station. It's so massive. I'm like excited for this to open. This is section 2 of the K line. My goodness. Here it is, guys. I'm showing you guys the People's Movers project right here. This is the People's Movers project. My goodness. Okay, the new LAX Airport Metro Center station will also have a little train that takes you to the airport. This train will help people get to the airport a little quicker so you guys do not miss your flights. This station is really huge and I honestly can't wait until it opens. I want to hear what your guys' opinions are on this station, but this station looks really massive when you see it. Oh my gosh, this is super amazing. Okay, so right after the LAX station is Aviation Century. We're almost near the green line at this point. So after LAX Airport Metro Center Station is Aviation Century Station. I want you guys to look to the right-hand side. The bridge is getting lower and lower and lower. It's getting ready to go into a tunnel. I got some history to tell you guys. When they were building the Green Line in 1995, it was always meant for a train to go up north. They had the K line ready and all these new lines ready. But the problem was the street running. LAX Airport told Metro they cannot have a train running on the street, just like the Harbor Subdivision. The reason why is the train lights and the signals would confuse pilots when landing the plane onto the runway. So the only solution here is to put the K line into a tunnel for about 5 minutes. So that's the reason why after Aviation Century, the train goes into a tunnel and then goes back up onto a bridge to reach the Green Line portion at Aviation LAX Station. All right, here comes a plane that will be landing on the runway. Let's watch. Okay guys, so we're going to talk about the operation plan and what could happen once the K-Line Phase 2 opens up. So once the K-Line Phase 2 project opens up, the K-Line will be running from Expo Crenshaw to Redondo Beach. And the Green Line, which is now the C Line, will operate from Norwalk to the new LAX Airport Metro Center Station. But here's where things get a little bit ugly. For you just to get to Norwalk using the Green Line, which is now the C Line, you will have to take the Green Line to the new 2 stations that the K Line serves. And people are really upset about this because you have to backtrack just to get to Redondo Beach. I read the comments already and what people thought about it, and people do not like it. The original plan was to have the K Line go to Norwalk, but for some reason, Metro thought it didn't make sense. And they said the only way it made sense was to send the K-Line down to Redondo Beach. But here's where we have our 2 extensions too. So the K-Line will be getting an extension to Torrance real soon. But right now, we're trying to figure out where the K-Line should go. And it looks like people are voting the Redondo Beach one. So most likely it's going to run from Expo Crenshaw to Redondo Beach, but people are kind of upset that you have to backtrack just to get to Redondo Beach. But that's gonna be how the K line and the green line will be operating. So we're gonna have to get used to it, guys, once it opens up. But let's look on the right hand side. The K line is coming up from the tunnel and going onto a bridge. Right here is where the crossing would have been and the train tracks right here. So the Harbor Subdivision train tracks would have been right here on the little dirt area. It was 2 tracks, but they took them off just to build the bridge up here for the K line. But the Harbor Subdivision, the line was all the way. It ran from here all the way back to Vernon, where we started, at the Malabar yard. So the tracks it went all the way through basically. But once the K line construction started, that's when things started disappearing. Like train tracks, the crossing gates, the crossings look different. Everything just started changing once the K line came in. We're approaching Imperial Highway. This is where things get crazy because as a little kid, I remember this crossing having 3 tracks and some crossing gates. I will be showing you guys before and after photos so you guys can see what it looked like before and how it looks like today. It kind of looks like this today in the video. The bridge was not there. So you can see that the K line is curving with the green line and connecting. That bridge was never there. But I'm going to show you guys before and after photos right now so you guys can see the difference and what it looked like before. So let's go into the photos. Okay, guys, I was wrong. It was only 2 tracks. But this is a before photo. The K line bridge was not even there. If we look on the other side, there was more land a little bit and it looked completely different. But I remember this spot as a little kid and I always passed through it with my grandma. I might take the K line back home. Or the blue line. Alright, there goes the train tracks to the right hand side. So this is the last portion of it. So whatever you see here is what you see, guys. This is the last portion of it. (108th Street). No, I'm sorry, 118th Street. Oh boy. Okay, guys, here's a before and after photo. As you guys can tell, it was 3 tracks and there's some cars parked on the middle track. If you go today and go to the same exact location, this is how it will look. You will see cars parked on the tracks. You'll see some grass and some new plants. And if we look at the crossing arm is missing, but the bells look new. So I was kind of confused on that. But if we turn the camera over to the other direction, you can see that there's cars parked on the middle track. But if you go today, this is how the view looks. The tracks are still there, but like I said, there's some grass and some new plants that have grown. If we go up a little more, you'll see a pile of rocks. And the tracks are still there, surprisingly. They haven't taken them off. But if we face the other direction, you can see that the crossing is missing an arm, the crossing arm, but the pole is still there along with the bell and the sign, and the tracks also remain. So we move up to the next crossing, which is the last one before the bridge. You can see that There was no trash on the floor, no grass, and the tracks went all the way through. But if you go today and zoom in on the picture, you can see that they took off some train tracks up ahead, so no train can go on this track. But surprisingly, the crossing arm was actually there, and the whole crossing pole was there too. But you can tell it's an old crossing just by looking at the bells. So here's how it looked before. You can see that there's no grass, plants, and it looks so much cleaner on the floor too. But the crossing still looks the same. But if you go there today, you'll see this. The crossing looks really beat up. The arm is missing. And this right here might fall over the years. So this is it. So the Harbor Subdivision continues. So they took off some tracks up ahead and put a red sign. So no train can pass the bridge at this point. But that track continues all the way toward to the Green Line. So it does connect with the Green Line. The track's underneath Douglas Station. So this is it. This is the end of the journey. I'm gonna show you some information online, but this is it basically. So it's still here. If you guys are fans of the Harbor Subdivision, come out before it's gone, but it's still here. The crossing gate does go down and the bell sound still goes off. So let me see if I can shake it. So the crossing gate still goes down. There it goes. See if I can shake it a little bit. Yeah, it still goes down. So the bell's still under. I'm trying to shake it, but the bell's still up there. But this does go down. Here's an old photo of a train going down Aviation Boulevard. I was born in 2005, so I didn't really see any trains use this Harbor Subdivision line. If you have any photos, please comment down below, because I really want to see some photos of trains running on the Harbor Subdivision. Okay guys, so we're back on this website called abandonrails.com. I mentioned this video on the Santa Monica airline video. So up here where it says Exposition Park, that's actually the Santa Monica airline. But we're a little bit more down. Instead of Exposition, we're on Slauson, where the Harbor Subdivision runs. So let's look at this website. Some of these photos were taken and are old. Like, yeah, some of the stuff is not even there no more. The tracks are not there. Yeah, this is not even there no more. So we curve down towards Inglewood. That's not there no more. This was taken on 2010. The photos are by Mike Palmer. So these photos were taken in 2010 when the line actually went all the way through. Yeah, this is not here no more. This was taken in 2003. Taken in 2010. This was the curve right after Westchester. There it goes, Imperial Highway. That's not there no more. That crossing is not there. 2013. Oh wow, look at this. We were literally, I was just there on the last couple of clips. Does not look like that anymore. So these train tracks do continue on past the bridge. There goes the bridge. So they go and meet up at this yard right here by the Green Line. So that bridge right there is where the Green Line is. But this oil yard right here that sits underneath the bridge is active. So the train tracks do end right there at the yard. And then from there on, it goes to Long Beach. So let's read about some of this history. Let me get rid of this. All right, I'm gonna read this to you guys, okay? So the line was the ATSF Harbor Subdivision, which connected the ATSF Transcon Main Line in Vernon, where we started at the beginning of the video, just west of the Hobart Yard, to Los Angeles Harbor at Wilmington. The line was constructed in stages, which the original section built in the late 1800s. And the extension from El Segundo to the harbor was built in the 1920s. That's really awesome. So it was built in the 1800s and it actually ended at El Segundo. But then from there on, they actually extended the line all the way down to Long Beach. So it was a very long line today. The line had numerous online sidings and rail-served industries. Over the years, most of these have closed. In the 1980s, BNSF began running container freight trains from the harbor. Subdivision, which was used to get the trains to the Transcon. A route has only seen a couple of freight trains a day. Eventually had dozen or more double-stacked container trains each day running at all hours. Damn, that would have been cool to see today. Remember, I was born in 2005. And let's see what this one says. This one says the last train that ran. The heavy rail congestion on this line and others eventually led to the construction of the Alameda Corridor, a grade separated triple-track main line running along Union Pacific, former Southern Pacific route that runs parallel to the Alameda Street. The Alameda Corridor opened in April 2002, and BNSF double-stack trains were rerouted to the corridor line. The middle segment of the harbor sub was then taken out of service, though it remains available in case of an emergency. The line has not seen a train since 2002. Wow, this is pretty incredible, guys. So they're saying that the Alameda Corridor, I actually showed you guys that in the video in the beginning. So a new train route was created. It's a more direct route. So instead of the train going from Vernon and going, so because look, this is a circle kind of. The train goes down to Slauson, passes Inglewood, and then passes LAX area, and then we go to Redondo Beach. So it's kind of a big circle kind of. So they made something more convenient that they knew that would work, and it's called the Alameda Corridor. It's a railroad that runs down Alameda to Long Beach. So basically it was a faster route. But they're saying here that the line was supposed to be there today for any emergencies, but we know that didn't happen. Metro bought up the rest of it, and now the K line runs through it. So I don't know why they didn't stick to this plan, because that's what it says. It remains available in case of an emergency. So the last train hasn't ran since 2002. And there will not be any more trains because the line does not go all the way through. The K line took the middle portion of it, and some of the tracks are gone. So there's no way a train can run through this line to begin with. So let's look. The bridge. They used the bridge by Westchester to build the K line. So that bridge was a support system to help them build that bridge. So that bridge is no longer there. Imperial Highway. Yep, I remember that. I remember that as a kid perfectly well. Passing through it in the car, and I used to remember seeing the crossing gate right there in the tracks. That has been gone. That's no longer there. Yeah, this is a website called Abandoned Rails. If you guys are just watching, you should go watch the Santa Monica Airline, one of the other historical railroads that closed. But this website tells you all the abandoned railroads in California. Okay, we're zooming in too much. So, let me see. So if you don't live in California, we go to the homepage. So this is a map of the United States of America. If we don't live in Canada, there's other states too. So if you live in Wyoming or any other state besides California, you can click on your state and it will show you abandoned railroads in your state. So I want to do the we're doing the Burbank branch. So we're going to hold off on that. But I want to do the Inglewood branch. But that's going to be kind of hard because some of the stuff there is no longer there. That video might not be possible. I can only go to the locations where I know they have it. There goes the Harbor Subdivision. So these are all the railroads in Los Angeles and California. These are all the railroads that are abandoned right now. I'm trying to find the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Inglewood branch that connected to the Harbor Subdivision and went towards Santa Monica. Because the Santa Monica airline was not the only railroad that went to Santa Monica. It's in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere, I know it. The Ala to Redondo Beach route. Anaheim to Santa Ana. The Burbank branch. That's another historical railroad too. I can't find it, guys. Oh, right there. There it goes. There it goes. I found it. The Inglewood branch. From Inglewood to Santa Monica. There it goes. There goes the Harbor Subdivision down here. So I'm telling you, there was a railroad that connected to the Harbor Subdivision and made its way up towards Santa Monica. Look, there goes the Santa Monica airline up here. Damn, they were not far from each other. So let's look at these photos before I get going. That's still there. I looked at these areas already. So this right here is going to be a hard video to make, but I'm going to see what I can do. But for sure, we're doing the Burbank branch. The tracks are still there in Burbank, but it's also been converted into a bike path. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any pictures or have any memories of the Harbor Subdivision, you need to comment down below because I really want to hear from you guys. And if you have any photos, also let me know. But thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And yeah, please subscribe. My name is Brian, and I appreciate your time. And I thank you a lot for watching these videos, and I hope you guys have a good day.